Hey, what's up, everyone? Today, I'd like to talk about my relationship with a yoga organization that I've been doing for 10 years, on and off. I am starting to come to the conclusion that the event I go to once a month, in which me and other people get together and practice yoga and meditate and set goals and stuff like that, is beneficial, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, I've witnessed some things within myself that I noticed, which are secondary purposes for me going to these events, which is to make friends and to meet, make friends and relationships. And I noticed that a part of me wants to meet girls. That's why I go to these events. And another reason why is just because it's healthy for me and it feels good. But judging from what I've seen within this organization, and judging from the way certain people, few people, have treated me, and as well as others, is so fucked up in reality. Yeah, I said it. It's fucked up. You can't force. You have no right to force your beliefs down someone else's throat. You don't have that right. You don't have that authority. A person has the right to say yes or no to something. That's their right. They don't have the right to overpower and use their authority to intimidate or control other people. In this day and age, man, you think we really need more of that in this world? Think we really need more abuse, more darkness, hiding, using other people to hide? There's some fucked up shit that happens in this world, people. I'm serious. Wake the fuck up. There's some really, really evil shit that happens in the world. There's people being mind controlled out there through guilt and shame. There's people who are being taken advantage of, and meanwhile, people are laughing behind their backs because they think that other people can be their slaves. And this shit really fucking, really, really, really hurts and really gets to me. It's like some people within the organization, within this yoga organization, there's nothing you could ever say to them because they won't listen. They stick to their beliefs no matter what, no matter the consequences of other people. They're under pressure no matter the consequences of themselves or other people. And I just think that is not right. You do not have that right to tell someone else how to live. You don't have the right to tell someone that they're thinking too much, or that they should think, or how to think, or what to do, or what action to take. Everyone has their own free will. Everyone has a choice. But this organization has this belief that if you are not with them, you are against them. And that is a very dangerous belief. In reality, that is a belief of war. That is like the Crusades. That's like a religious belief. I am right, you are wrong. That's how people get killed, with that same thought. So I have self-forgiveness to do on being a part of this group, which is not, they're not composed, they're composed of very good people. But I don't know what has been done to them, but the shit they do to people in the name of sales and profit, in the name of spirituality, is fucked up. In my opinion, it's fucked up. It is not right. It is not respectful. It's amazing how disrespectful spiritual people can be. You see, it seems like certain people there, they don't even like me. They hate me because I don't agree to everything they do. Yeah, a lot of people there probably see me as an enemy to their organization, or anyone else who leaves their organization. If you're not with us, you're against us. We'll add you to our spiritual hit list. Yeah, these organizations exist. These spiritual organizations exist. These spiritual people exist. These spiritual entrepreneurs exist. These spiritual egos exist. So what do we do? What is the solution? I propose the solution is self-forgiveness. I propose the solution is writing out our thoughts. I propose the solution is self-honesty. I propose the solution is dismantling the shadow and the spiritual ego within ourselves. And I think that is true power. That is spiritual. That is true spirituality. I noticed not a lot, but one person in this organization, it's like they're just so aggressive with their sales, like they're trying to save you spiritually. Can you tell me where aggressiveness is a part of yoga? You know? It's like some people think they could do whatever they want in the name of spirituality, of power, of following orders. You do not have the right to do whatever you want. I can't just walk up to a stranger and push him. I don't have that right. No one does. So what is it that we can't. How insecure are we really? If we think this way, if we think this way based on shame and guilt, where if we don't take this spiritual action, we will be doomed. If you don't pay the money for this workshop, you will not grow. That is the underlying message of this organization, which I am sad to say that I realize the people there that I go to, I'm looking for friends. I was looking for friends. But it's sad to say that there's no hope there. There's no hope on that ship, that friendship. So I have to be the captain and navigate that ship. And yeah, this really, really pisses me off. That there are people out there within cults and spiritual organizations who are manipulating people through guilt and fear and shame. So it's time for us as spiritual people and light workers, to become aware of our shadows, right? The repressed, shunned, neglected, abandoned parts of ourselves. The ones we shut down and hid from the world because we thought they would make us look stupid. But what you don't bring out will destroy you. What you bring out will liberate you. So the reality is, to the people that I see once a month, that we are not really friends. And friendship with the organization requires you to do what they think is best for you. Because they have all the answers, right? And that's fine what they do. But just because they have a spiritual master doesn't mean that has to be everyone's spiritual master. So yeah. Was I spoken to like a child by one of the members there? Yes. Did they cross my boundaries after I set them? Yes. And are they following orders? The answer is yes. From whom? I don't know. So my challenge to myself and to other people is to investigate the relationship between spiritual people, spiritual organizations, and control through guilt and shame, through brainwashing. Because this is a reality, people. This is a dark world you don't see. In the name of spirituality, in the name of righteousness. In the name of I have the truth and only I have it. I've been down this path. I've been down the path of the spiritual ego. And I found out that I was not being honest with myself. Because I was not able to live in the moment. Because the spiritual ego is never satisfied with the moment. You always have to do something. You always should do something, or else. You know, this is like the mafia. This is like extortion. Was I played? Yes. I played myself and I was played by people with a thuggish philosophy, to be honest. Spiritual people, so called. So I really wish for everyone to hear this message and to really realize that this is happening in the world, all over the world. And I want to emphasize that I see them as being trapped in a spiritual identity where it's always a spiritual solution to everything, and it could be very disrespecting at times to the shadow, that is, because it's a place where the shadow is not allowed to come out. Isn't that something? The darkness isn't allowed to come out. With spiritual people. So interesting. It's so interesting to see that spiritual people can be judgmental. So interesting to see that they could have shadows. Everyone has a shadow. But then there's spiritual people who can put the shadow on their hit list. I know it all. I know it too well. I know the spiritual ego. And it sucks. You don't want to be controlled by the spiritual ego. You don't want that parasite in your life. So it's so sad how we can cheat ourselves of being in the present moment